Namaste and welcome, dear friends, to today's meditation session. The theme for today's meditation is patience. So let us understand what patience is, what it appears, what it looks like around us, and what it looks like within us. So if you think of a lake, and if you throw even a leaf on the lake or a small pebble, you find that there are ripples that are created on the surface of the lake. And those ripples are like the impatience of the water. But if you go beneath down in the depth of the lake, you find that the water is still and it is patient. Uh, Similarly, if you think of a vast ocean, and even if there is a hurricane, there is a strong storm blowing, the waves are going 100 feet high. But if you go deep down into the depths of the ocean, let's say you go a kilometer down into the ocean, you find that the impatience of the waves above is deeply in contrast to the absolute stillness which is deep down in the ocean. The depth of the ocean is silent, it is quiet, yet it is very powerful, it is patient, it is grave. Now, similarly, in us as well. So, on the outside, on the surface of the body, there are many things are happening simultaneously. Our senses are gathering data from the objects of the universe. Our motor organs are busy in, doing things in this world. And yet, if we go deeper and deeper into the layers of our own consciousness, we should check how our heart is feeling. So consider your heart as the depth of the ocean and consider the surface of your body as the surface of the ocean. Now, mostly what happens in this world is when there is a storm on the outside in the world, our heart and our mind also gets stormy and becomes impatient. So what we have to do is we have to cultivate the virtue of patience so that even though our sensory and motor organs on the outside are working actively in this world, yet our heart is quietened, it is composed, and it is patient. So if you can also, in nature, you can find other examples of patience. When you see a huge tree and you see a growing tree over the years, when you look at the tree, you know that it is not rushing to bear fruit. Yet, although unseen on a daily basis, either its roots are going down deeper into the ground or it is growing from within, it is readying itself to bloom and to give fruit, even though on the outside you cannot see those changes. So, a tree also represents that patience that we need to inculcate in ourselves. Patience is like trusting in time, understanding that there is a season for everything, that if you rush a plant to bloom, then you will destroy both the plant as well as the bloom and the fruit. And also you are, because of the impatience within you, you yourself are destroying your own evolution. In terms of spirituality, patience is super important because it is not just a virtue that you have to have. It is a prerequisite. It is a very important underlying principle on the spiritual path. Why? Because firstly, spiritual growth is slow. It happens over in longer rhythms. So, just like you cannot rush the sun to rise quickly, similarly, you cannot force deep transformation of consciousness to happen overnight. And therefore, patience helps you to understand that it will take its own time to happen. The other thing that patience does to spiritual lives, it inculcates inner peace. So when you are able to wait without agitation, you find that your heart remains at peace even in the face of a delay, in the face of an obstacle or a setback. You find that your heart can remain at peace. Also, what patience does is it protects our faith. What do I mean by that? So, there are days in our life when meditation is good and prayer, when you pray, you feel that contact with God. But there are many times you feel that your prayers are going unanswered and that your meditations are becoming drier and you're not sure whether you're able to connect with God or not. Here, the virtue of patience and along with perseverance It knows, something in you knows that it will take time. So that is what makes you continue on the spiritual path. It's not that, one prayer is unanswered and you just give it up on the side, and one meditation is dry and you just leave it. You continue with patience, and that patience eventually gives fruit. And finally, what patience also does to us is that it tames the ego. So it is the tendency of the ego to want instant gratification or instant result. Or the ego may say, I want to be enlightened now. So what patience does, it brings humility to these demands. It humbles these demands, and it tells us the importance of surrender to divine timing. So in a sense, patience acts as a very, very important bridge between self-effort and divine grace. So with these thoughts, let us begin our meditation today. Let us start with a prayer. Let's pray together. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Friend, Beloved God, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Shri Yukteswar Ji, beloved Gurudev Paramhansa Yogananda Ji, saints and sages of all religions, humbly we bow at thy feet. Beloved Lord, teach me to wait for thee with a heart serene and untroubled. Let me trust thy perfect rhythm, knowing each trial to be a step toward thee. Fill me with the calm courage to keep striving, to keep loving, to keep seeking, until in thy hour, thy light shall flood my being. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let us now invoke the presence of the Gurus and sing a chant. You may join me in chanting, or you may utilize this time to interiorize yourself, to open your heart, to bring your thoughts to the present moment. With each breath, focus more at the spiritual eye. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadilakshayam Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Triguna Rahitam Sadgurum Tvam Namami. Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Bandhu cha Sakha Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. I will be singing a chant to Divine Mother that Paramahansa Yogananda used to sing. Engrossed is the bee of my mind on the blue lotus feet of my Divine Mother. Let us sing this chant so that we can remove our mind and attention from all other unimportant things in life. And frankly speaking, though we may give a lot of importance to these worldly thoughts, but in front of the thought of God, all of them have lesser importance. So let us just take this time to have an appointment with God and remove all other thoughts and bring our heart and mind to singing to Divine Mother. Engrossed is the bee of my mind on the blue lotus feet of my Divine Mother. Engrossed is the bee of my mind on the blue lotus feet of my Divine Mother. Divine Mother, 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 my Divine Mother. Engrossed is the bee of my mind on the blue lotus feet of my Divine Mother. Engrossed is the bee of my mind on the blue lotus feet of my Divine Mother. Divine Mother, 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 my Divine Mother. Engrossed is the bee of my mind on the blue lotus feet of my Divine Mother. Engrossed is the bee of my mind on the blue lotus feet of my Divine Mother. Divine Mother, 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 my Divine Mother. Let us check that our posture is a meditative posture, that we are sitting with our backs maintaining their own weight and not leaning on the chair. The spine is erect, maintaining its natural curves. Let us screen our entire body for any tension anywhere, starting from below upwards. Relax both your feet. Relax both ankles. Relax both calves, both knee joints. Relax both thighs. Relax both hips, the gluteal muscles, the perineal muscles. Relax your pelvis. Relax the lower and the upper abdomen. Relax the chest. Open your heart. Let your shoulders go back a bit. Relax your hands, your wrist joints. forearms, elbows, upper arms, throat and the neck. Relax your face with a gentle smile. Relax the lower and upper eyelids. Relax the forehead, the scalp. Keep your hands at the junction of thighs and abdomen, palms facing upwards. Gently uplift your gaze behind closed eyelids, or look at the spiritual eye if it does not strain you. Your eyes can be completely closed, or your eyelids can be half open, whatever is more convenient and stable for you. The gaze of the eyeballs behind the eyelids is going to be gently upwards. As you steady yourself in this position, take a long deep breath in through the nose and exhale a long deep breath out from the nose. With the next inhalation, as you inhale, expand your abdomen. Fill your lower chest and then fill your upper chest in a wave. Pause and gaze upwards for a second. And then exhale through the nose, removing air first from the upper chest, then the lower chest, and then pulling in the abdominal wall to finish the exhalation. Inhale again, long deep breath, expanding the abdomen, filling the lower chest and the upper chest. Pausing and gazing upwards for a moment. Then exhaling out through the nose, from the upper chest, the lower chest, and then pulling in the navel to finish the exhalation. Once again, inhale a long deep breath, expansion of the abdomen, expansion of the lower and upper chest. Gaze upwards and pause. Exhale in a reverse manner and finish the exhalation by pulling in the navel, completely expelling air from the chest. Now relax and take a couple of breaths at your own pace, in and out through the nose. With the next breath, as you breathe in air, feel that the air is charged with vitality and strength. With the next inhalation, as you breathe in, your body is filling with vitality and strength. As you exhale, your nervous system calms down and absorbs that vitality and strength. Inhale again. Inhale in vitality. Inhale in strength. With a deep, long exhale, calm your nervous system into complete relaxation and joy. Once more. Inhale long, deep breath. Inhale vitality and strength. Pause and feel strong in yourself. And then exhale and soothe and calm your nerves. into this moment. Relax into yourself. Now, to relax our mind further, we shall do the even count breath, inhaling to a count of 6, pausing to a count of 6, and exhaling to a count of 6. I will count for you. Let us inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now allow your body to breathe in and breathe out naturally as it wants to. Continue to smile to yourself and gaze upwards. Now bring your attention to your naturally flowing breath. And without exercising any control on the breath, we will now start to watch our breath. So mentally take a step backwards in your mind so that you can become the observer and the breath can be the object that is to be observed. So mentally becoming a witness of the breath, start watching and feeling your own breath. As you inhale in, feel the movement of the air at the nostrils and the nasal passages. And as you exhale, again feel the movement of the air in the nasal passages and nostrils. Just observe this for a couple of moments. If you observe very closely, you will find that your energy and attention is automatically being drawn towards the spiritual eye. And even if you don't feel so, keep focused on the breath. As you watch your breath, feel the relative coolness of the incoming air current and feel the relative warmth of the outgoing air current. Exercise no control over your breath. Your body is intelligent enough to know when to breathe in and when to breathe out. Whether to take a shallow breath or a deep breath, just allow your intelligent body to decide for itself. You simply watch. Breath comes in of its own accord, and breath flows out of its own accord. It doesn't ask your permission. Allow it to happen. Watch life flow through you with the breath. Now, with the next inhalation, feel that the inhaling breath itself is making the sound Hong, as if it's vibrating with this subtle bead sound. And the exhaling breath is vibrating with the sound of Saw. The inhaling breath resonates with Hong. The exhaling breath resonates with Saw. Just feel these subtle vibrations of breath and prana within you. And keep observing the breath. Keep your gaze uplifted and the attention on the breath. Now let us add one more job for the mind to do. We will match the breath with the mental chant of Hong and Saw. So when the body starts to inhale spontaneously on its own, mentally follow with the pure mental chant of Hong, H-O-N-G. And when the body wants to breathe out spontaneously on its own, mentally follow the exhaling breath with the mental chant of Saw, S-A-U. If the breath is long, then the chant is long. If the breath is short, the chant is short. So basically, the mantra will ride on the breath, matching the length of the breath. The body inhales, the mind says Hong. Only mentally, no physical muscle moves. The body exhales, the mind says Saw. Body initiates the breathing action, mind follows. With every breath, as we practice Hong Saw, we are affirming Aham Saha, I am He, I am Spirit, Shivo Aham. Let us practice Hong Saw for a few minutes. Your entire attention on the breath. Gaze upwards. Feeling the air currents in the nasal passages or even at the spiritual eye. Following inhalation with Hong. Pausing as the body wants to. Following exhalation with Saw. And pausing again if the body wishes to. The breath is flowing by the will of God. I am witnessing this miracle. Hong Saw. If the pause is lengthened, do not worry. The body will restart its own breathing again. Just watch and follow. Do not allow your mind to entertain other thoughts. If it does, gently bring your attention back. Gently gaze up. Start following the breath. Start chanting Hong and So. Let us now leave the technique aside and gazing up, relax into the space behind the spiritual eye, into your own mental sky. Just relax there. It is your own home. This formless, infinite space behind the darkness of your eyes. This is actually alive. This is Chaitanya itself. Just relax into this space as we go into a visualization. As you are in your mental space, now visualize, imagine that you are standing by the sea. You are at the seashore, looking at the ocean. The ocean is relatively peaceful at the moment. The horizon is stretching endlessly. The sky and the water are meeting in soft shades of blue and golden. There are gentle waves coming to the shore. They are rolling in and they are rolling out. And they are doing this unhurriedly, as they have been doing for eternity. Be conscious of the sound that the waves are making as the water and the foam roll towards you and recedes back. Mentally make a note that this ocean has existed for millions of years before you came on this seashore. And even after you leave, this will exist for millions of years. It is in no hurry. When the moon shines bright, the tides rise in time. And according to the tidal pattern, the waves recede. The waves come in their own time, turn by turn. They are not in a hurry. The ocean is in no hurry. Now visualize a boat, a wooden boat on the water near the seashore. It is inviting you to get in and go towards the deeper ocean. So you sit in the boat, and of course, initially the boat is rocking because you're riding on the waves. But as you go a little afar from the shore towards the deeper sea, you stop movement of the boat, whether it is an engine blurring or whether it is your oars, you just stop the movement and allow the boat to just be still on the water. The sea is calm, the boat is still. Feel the strength and the patience of the ocean deep below you, the vast hundreds of kilometers of water that runs deep, very still, very grave, strong and patient. Look above and feel the vastness of the sky. The vastness beneath and above you is reminding you again that life cannot be rushed, that it has its own rhythm, and that we must attune ourselves with the natural rhythm of life. As you sit there, feeling the vastness within you as well, with the in-breath, affirm, I am calm and relaxed. Exhale through the nose and affirm, I am patient, I am strong. Inhale and say, I am calm and relaxed. Exhale and say, I am patient, I am strong. Continue this affirmation with your breathing. I am calm, I am relaxed. I am patient, I am strong. Feel that the vastness of the sky and the vastness of the ocean beneath is in continuum with the vastness of your own space within. That your body is contained in the spaciousness of this vast panorama. You are not in the body is in your spacious consciousness. Feel your own calm power in the present moment. Relax the affirmation, relax the breath, and just enjoy the stillness and the strength of this moment. Keeping your eyes closed and bringing a gentle smile. Just listen to these poetic lines. Feel that these are coming from your own heart. I stand before the endless sea, waves breathing slow eternity. No tide hurries, no wave demands. They trust the moon's unseen hands. I float on waters deep and wide, the ocean's stillness by my side. In God's own time, all storms shall cease. I wait, I trust, I rest in peace. As you sit in this meditative zone, let us hear a few words by Swami Kriyananda on patience. Patience, it has been well said, is the shortest path to God. To attune the heart to the rhythms of eternity, one must first adjust himself to life's longer rhythms. He should not allow his mind to become absorbed in concentration on the little ripples at the surface of the sea. Patience means also adjusting to whatever is in life, rather than wishing it was something else. Patience is a prerequisite for every type of success. For it is when we work with things as they are that we can change them to whatever we might like them to be. Let us do the following affirmation a couple of times. I am neither the ripples at the surface of the sea, nor yet the crashing waves. I am the vast ocean deeps, unaffected by mighty surface storms, untouched by any superficial change. I am neither the ripples at the surface of the sea, nor yet the crashing waves. I am the vast ocean deeps, unaffected by mighty surface storms, untouched by any superficial change. Mentally follow this prayer. Long have I called thee, Lord, but thou hast not answered me. Ah, but for what long eons didst thou endure my fickleness? In this life, Lord, and if need be through eternity, I will keep calling thee. Om. Dear friends, let us share our patience, the blessings that we have received with souls everywhere. Let us pray together. Divine Mother, thou art omnipresent. Thou art in all thy children. Manifest thy healing presence in all bodies, all minds, and all souls. Om. 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 Divine Mother, may thy love shine forever on the sanctuary of our devotion, and may we be able to awaken thy love in all hearts. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, dear friends. You may continue to be meditative as I end the session for today. God bless us all.